Hey guys, Spacey Dragon here. So today I'm going to do an unscripted video. I believe it's predominantly possible, it's something I really think that I could do. Just talking right off my ass here, I'm just going to talk about a series that has really resonated with me in the past few days. It's called Dorohedoro. Had a recent anime adaptation. So, I guess the whole point is, what did I think of this phenomenal series I've been reading? So, you have, the most diverse cast of characters. I don't know if there's even a specific character I dislike. Now, let me get you, a volume, for instance. Favorite cover out of all of them is this one. It's one of those series where there's, comedic aspects, but it's also, rigid and dark and kind of, edgy? I wouldn't be lying to you, because it is an edgy series, and I'm not the only one that listens to the, weeb music that is resonating with the series. What's up, No Name? What's that? I see this shitty looking songs. Sure. I don't know. I like shitty music. That's literally it. If I could really say anything else, I enjoy, you might call it weeb music? Is that what you call it? That's the song artist behind the Dorohedoro ending themes and opening themes, I believe. Anyway, I really thought the series had, the best, I don't know, character-wise, I don't know if there's any character I dislike. So you got Kaimon, the main character, kinda not, because it really just follows multiple different characters. So, you got Kaimon, you got Shin, which is the guy with the heart mask. If you watch anime, you know exactly what I'm talking about. My favorite manga character of all time is probably Shin. I don't know why, he just really captivates me. I don't know what it is about him, but, his physique, his, intellectual skills, he literally, in this world there's sorcerers, and they experiment on, I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast, but, there are specifically sorcerers in this world, and you have, people that are being experimented on by them. Now, this is a guy that just studies sorcerers. He's a scientist. I forgot his name, but he's one of my favorite characters in the series too. Now, there isn't any character I dislike in this series. I don't know what it is about this series. It's just it has a powerful punch. When you read it, it never gives you a break. What I mean by it never gives you a break is that the fact that when you read it, you just see another thing happen. Multiple things happening within each volume. You never, literally, in the literal sense, in the most logical sense, you're gonna have a good time, no matter what. Now, I can see this being a problem for some people, because if you, let's say you watch, or read, the first chapter, you're gonna see the fact that Kaimon, main character, he hates sorcerers. He will kill them in really brutal ways. I never read a series like this that actually does something like this. So guys, you got the coolest dynamic duo. Yeah, I'm making sure I'm looking at the lens here. You got Nikaido, which is the person that she's a friend of Kaimon's, and not to mention, Kaimon has a lizard head. I'm gonna show an image right there. So, what did I think about the series? I think it's one of the more relevant series today. It just ended a few years ago, I believe. I could be wrong. I don't know exactly when this ended. I just believe that the characters in the series is what makes it captivating. I'm gonna stop saying that, but I'm on volume 8 right now. I'm not really entirely finished with it yet, but I'm getting there. It's a long ass series, okay? I mean, it's not super long, but you can probably finish it in a few days. You really have time for it, like I do. I'm just taking my time with this series. I'm not gonna finish it in a week, because I want to just savor it and love this story for what it is, because it's about a guy looking for a sorcerer to turn him into a lizard. And if you read a series let's say Berserk, or maybe even something along the lines of Hellsing, you'd see series like gory, but really just the fact that you have a series like that show you what type of like a medium it could be, and then you have Dorohedoro, which has the same seinen archetypes that other manga have. Like I don't really consider Vinland Saga to be that gory. I just don't. You know, I just thought that like Kaimon, he, you know, I guess I'd be lying because I don't like every character, because I didn't like Ibitsu, which is the girl that lost. I'm not gonna spoil that. You guys should just read it. I recommend watching the manga first, and maybe watch the first episode to get an idea of what it's like, and then get the manga, or maybe read a few chapters online illegally. I don't really recommend that, but if you really want to go for it, do it. Just remember to support the series. I'll let you go if you just read like one chapter online, but don't read the entire thing. You gotta support it, because this mangaka, Q Hashida, she needs support like any other mangaka, like Inyo Sano, Kentaro Miura, Makoto Yamada, Naoki Arasawa. All those mangaka need their support, so please do whatever you can to give them what they need. So you might ask about what the experimentation is. So they basically, you have like this disfigured like humans in the hole. They call it the hole. That's where Kaiman lives. And sorry about my cough. I hope I'm not getting sick, but who knows. I'm just kind of like, I'm thinking that like the whole is like, I don't know, like the whole world building, like the whole fact that you have like this really just like edgy, like dark, nuanced world of like a lot of captivating features that make it like edgy. The original term of edgy is just like kind of like, I don't know, like the fact that Dorohedoro is considered a mangaka that is both horror, comedy, and grotesque. That's not really a label, but you know, there's so many different series out there that have like really just, you know, I think Dorohedoro stands out as its own series. It's very varied and array of difference. Like there isn't anything quite like it, and I don't know how else to explain that to you guys. I'm gonna fix this. And think of like something amongst the lines of like a really just like acid trip almost. Like if you were on like some type of drug and you would just read it and you just like you think that you're like you're experiencing something that isn't like necessarily like it's almost kind of hard to believe that this is the actual plot, because like there's just so many things that happen in the series that just make you go like, wait, what? You know, like it's really strange, it's really uncanny, it's really just, I don't know. It's weird. It's a really weird series. Like, Kaimon has, like, a guy named Rizu inside of his mouth. And, he is, I think, supposedly, from reading the first 8 volumes, I think that's his, I mean, that's who he used to be before he became Kaimon. Because Kaimon is a word for lizard, a type of lizard. So, oh, yeah, guys, I fixed my lighting finally, too. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but, I got my lamp set up. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. See that? I'm pretty happy about that. I'm gonna admit it. So, oh, and this is written by a woman, by the way. I don't know what messed up mindset she had, but like she must have been like really just like this like really weird kid in school that like always like to make like really just dark, grotesque, and like things that make you like think of something that like you picture in your mind that like disturbs you. I think this series is pretty disturbing, if I'm being honest, but like it's weird because I would read it and it just feels natural. Like it doesn't really disrupt the story at all. Like it's just like you have like characters like Shin that like he's really has like a really cool backstory. Like he's like one of my favorite manga characters. Like I said, he might not be my absolute favorite, even though I said he is. It's just the fact that like I'm sorry, my words are slurring a little bit. I'm trying to talk clear as much as I can, but so overall, the whole archetype and the whole plot, the whole rigid and edgy and really just like uncanny and very I'm trying to figure out other words to describe this series. Like, let's see. I don't know. all I think of is uncanny. Uncanny. It's very weird. Weird. There's a word for you, okay? It's simple, bar none, but it makes sense. What else can I say? So, there are demons in this world, but they're used as a comedic aspect sometimes, because like when you go to the sorcerer's world, there are demons and sorcerers living in pre-existence, like they're coexisting. So, for instance, this is one of them. There's a glare because this has a really glossy cover, and this is actually released by Sig Signature. So it's a really nice quality release, and I don't think that there's any necessary problems with this series. It's actually really just this complex scope of imagination. It's actually like the characters. Like I said, you have like the main antagonist, Shin, would be Shin and Noi and En. And there's this really weird guy that turns people into mushrooms. I'm not going to say too much about him. I love the guy. I love his character. I'm going to see if I can get a cover of him. This is what Shin looks like. I'm probably going to show you a few panels. Up, right there. Yeah. You know, the whole is a place of poverty. Like nobody's really rich or poor. It's a slum city. The whole entire world hasn't been explored too much, but if you went too out of your way to go look at the other aspects of the world, I think it just take away from the series a little bit. That's what I think. Nobody's afraid to die. And it's really weird because you have like characters like Kaimon. He goes out of his way to go kill sorcerers because he lives in the hole, and then there's people experimenting on him, and then you're like, okay, what's Kaimon doing? Is he gonna kill, like, you can't kill every sorcerer, you know? I don't understand how he's supposed to find this one sorcerer out of like a million. If you want a dark quirky series, if you want something that has characters with a whole different extent of like a powerful, like a really just powerful, like instances of like there's just like this wide variety of characters, and they all have very specific attributes, and nobody is necessarily good in this series. They're all just kind of just like very like I would almost say that they're all just like insane, cynically insane by human rights, and nobody is a good person, especially characters like Shin. He lived in a hole for about 2 years by himself, or maybe a few months. Can't remember what happened to him exactly. He's a sorcerer that refuses to use magic to kill other sorcerers. Or, no, not sorcerers. I mean people in the hole. So he carries around his hammer. I'm going to show you what he looks like. Let's see if I can show you guys what this character looks like. That's Shin. Now, at first, I didn't just like the way he looked like without his mask on, but I got used to it, man. I think he looks pretty cool. So, what do you want from a manga? Do you want something that's comedic, a little bit comedic in a dark value sense, or do you want something that has violence, like lots of blood and gore, or do you want something that has a wide variety of characters that just make you invested in the story itself? Now, again, if you're squeamish, you might not like this series because it's gory, but like it doesn't throw it in your face exactly, but like there's parts of it where you might think that it does that exactly. Now, the reason I would say that is because you have characters like Kaimon or Shin that just really just kill people in brutal ways. Like you would have like people's like heads like severed, your brain matter would show up, and it's kind of gross, honestly, but it's cool, you know. Like I think the artist really did a good job explaining and just expanding upon the already pre-existing universe that she set within this one world. Like where there's like just sorcerers, humans, demons, and cutthroats, and a lot of like just nobody's really sane in this series. Nobody is necessarily safe. Everybody could die in this series. Even though I believe that magic gives this sensation that makes you think that nobody could die if they're a sorcerer, because you could Apparently, it could be revived. You know what? Actually, if you probably read the first volume, you probably get the entire gist of it down. And I say that because the whole foundation is set from the first volume. Like, you pretty much have everything going for it in that first volume. And that's good, because it's like it's a way of knowing. I would recommend to pick up the first volume. I picked up all 17 when I first got them on Amazon. I went blindly into it, because I watched the anime all the way through, and I was like, I love this series, and I think it's like it's so different from your typical seinen. If you think that the series is not for you, skip it. If you think it's for you, pick it up. If you think that the series is like... I'm going to explain a bit more about the series in a bit. So, I just think that, like, I've been listening to a lot of weeb music along with reading these books. I don't know why. For whatever reason, I just like listening to the Dorohedoro soundtrack from the anime. I might have to buy the CD someday, if there is one. I'm a little bit skeptical because I don't think they're going to release a actual physical release for the anime, which sucks because it's a Netflix original, so... It is what it is, you know, like what Biden said. Don't talk about politics here, but whatever. Now, hopefully this video gave you an extent of knowledge to know whether or not you should pick up this phenomenal series. Now, Kiyo Hashida, she wrote a story that is specifically garnered towards somebody that wants something a bit different. Now, if you want something that has its moments, and you have like not moments specifically, you can almost say that there's like every chapter is probably about 10 to 20 pages, maybe 30. There's about 4 chapters per volume, I think. Let's see. 4 chapters per volume. Let's see. Hold on. There is 3, 6, technically 7 chapters, but in these books you have something a little extra called Evil. Extra Evil. Which, you might think this is like a really just dark and gritty series, but it's actually pretty light. It's not like it's gonna... Maybe I'd be lying to you in some aspects. It's in a brutal world. It kind of reminds me of Mad Max, for instance. Like, it has its gritty, dark atmosphere. It has a very... like, characters that just make you think, like, why is this happening to these people? Like, what did they do to get to this point in time? Now, what I'm hoping as I finish this series and get the rest of the volumes is that all these questions are explained. Like the world, I want to know why it's like this. What happened specifically? Why are sorcerers... You know, the whole idea behind sorcerers in literature is that it has some connection to satanic stuff. But I won't even say that they use any of that type of stuff. Except for that one character that has the bird mask. I don't even remember his name. For whatever reason. It's actually like one... There's like 2 characters I don't like. It's that guy with the bird mask, because he just makes me want to go take a shower. Like, I don't like him at all. He's really dirty. Like, I think he's kind of like... He's probably the only character that scares me, because I feel like he just snap at any moment. Like, I'm going to show you guys an image of him. The most brilliant series you could ever think of. Think of one that, like, really captivates you. Maybe 20th Century Boys, for instance, by Naoki Urasawa. I haven't finished it yet. And it's funny because I said I would get the rest of Beastars. I have not done that yet. I haven't. I still have the first 3 volumes on my shelf. And then there's Beast Complex coming out soon, so I'm a little bit mad about that. I'm probably going to put a little bit of this at the end of my video. We'll see. Alright guys, I'm going to make a video specifically guarded towards a sound voice, maybe in the future. I have the box set. I've had it for a bit. I think I just need to read something a bit different. Something that's like specifically a bit less guarded towards something a bit less grotesque, a bit less violent, a bit more righteous. I'm kidding, it's not righteous at all. And that'd be Silent Voice. This series is something I need to read, okay? I read the first 4 volumes like months ago. I don't remember the plot. So, hopefully I get the gist of it down. Hopefully I understood what is needed in order to make a good video. So, guys, stay tuned. Have a good one. take care, do whatever a freaking A you want. Ready to go to the manga series, watch a good anime. I'm currently reading light novel SEO. I don't know why, I just am. Now, if you guys want to read a gritty series, go for it. It's right there on the shelf. Pick it up, borrow. I'm kidding, just go buy it if you can. Support the series and see the edgy, dark scope of Dorohedoro. So, guys, pick up the series if you want. Think about it. Look at the big description, maybe. Let me read the description for you guys. Let's get the first volume, so I can read you the description. So, in a city so dismal, it's known only as the Hole. A clan of sorcerers have been plucking people off the streets to use as a guinea pigs for atrocious experiments in the black arts. In a dark alley, Nikaido found Kaimon, a man with reptile head, and a bad case of amnesia. So he has this he can't remember what happened to him. Like, he doesn't know why he turned into a lizard specifically. So to undo the spell, they're hunting and killing the sorcerers in the Hole, hoping that eventually they'll kill the right one. But when the head sorcerer, gets word of the lizard man slaughtering his people, he sends a crew of cleaners into the Hole, igniting a war between the two worlds. So, what do you think? You mean the series is edgy, like I think it is? Tell me, guys, what you think. You read it. Remember, subscribe, turn on your notifications, please, because that is literally what matters to me. If you guys do that, it helps me, helps you, and helps everybody else. So, if you guys want more content, subscribe, like the video, and remember, stay tuned.
It's musicality on the track.